Hey guys, just before the video starts, like I say, I've got a Discord, the link for it is in the description, and let's get into the video. Unturned is clapped, let's get into it. Unturned is a free-to-play survival game owned by Smartly Dressed Games, its designer and programmer being the owner, Nelson Sexton. The game was officially released last year on the 7th of July 2017, but having a beta which started on the 28th of May 2014. The game is a zombie survival game where your character spawns on the map with nothing, leading you to go out and find weapons and supplies to survive against the zombie apocalypse. Players must also keep up their health, food and water, along with radiation levels. In games such as Rust, there is a similar concept. In this game there is also a very strong multiplayer mode. The greater aim is to survive, but players may team up or fight each other. The game's multiplayer option is an open, creative platform. This leads to servers being based on survival, roleplay, creativity, paintballing and battle royale. A great part of this game is it can be freely modded with the Steam Workshop, as you can add vehicles, weapons, maps and more to your personal game. This is one of the main reasons I enjoy the game, and it can be so enjoyable as so many things can be added easily and freely. So let's start trash talking. Unturned has simple graphics, which attracts a younger audience to the game, but the premise of the game being about zombies also brings older players. With this, ages probably range somewhere around 8-year-olds on their parents' computer to 20-year-olds wanting to kill kids and trash talk, just toxic players. With Unturned having a community of 8 to 20 plus year olds, there are a lot of different interests as you can gather, from PvP and arena servers to roleplay servers, a good one being Brad's, a link in the description to his Discord. So if you check websites as in unturnedservers.net, you'll find plenty of servers on there, being too many on one website. There's 5 servers per tab and 231 tabs, that equals 1155. These are only registered servers. Using other websites, I've found there's around 7,500 servers, and you can think that is a lot, or you may think that that can be a small amount for a game. But if you go to steamcharts.com/app and then the Unturned thing, the link for it in the description, you'll find the active player base for this year so far is around 8,000 players per month. This being a drastic push. The average player base being around 18,000 divided by how many servers there are, 7,500, equals 2.4 recurring. Being nice, we'll round it up to 3. This means if every server were to be full, there would be around 3 people per server, some still only having 1 to 2 players on each. There are way too many servers left open for no reason. Not every server is commonly going to be used constantly, but some should really be closed. We can also take into account big servers often fill up, taking the max amount of players being 20, leaving other servers completely dry. Now from talking about servers, we'll talk about the people on them, as in the admin. If you go on YouTube and search Unturned Admin Raid, you'll find plenty of them that use the word abuse constantly, where admins spawn in items just for themselves and friends. Doing this, it pulls off huge schemes across the server to make them seem better and to make their friends seem good at the game while every other player suffers. Having official servers would 1. Cut down how many servers there are, and 2. Stop these abusive admin problems and just clickbait for abusive admin raids on YouTube. As mentioned in GTA 5 is clapped, click the icon card to see it. There are loading times in video games. The loading time for Unturned, it can be extremely long as well, but these loading cards appear less often, with one appearing once the game is opened and the other one appearing when loading into a server or opening up single player mode. This is also affected with mods, as when booting up the game, all the mods load in at once instead of them being loaded in when needed. Example, if you have a mod that isn't on a server, that mod still loads in when it shouldn't really have to. This could be cut down by having mods load in when they are needed. This is also something Nelson said he would implement in 4.0. With 4.0, this leads me to Unturned 4.0 is meant to be held by Nelson as an actual survival game, a game that also is meant to look and feel more realistic, with new animations and small detail like clothes attachments where you can add goggles to helmets. That's one of his examples from an interview he's done. He's building a strong base for this new game with an insane amount of detail. But where is it? Understandably, it's taking a while due to Nelson working on his own to create this new game. But in the dev blogs there hasn't been an update since July 30th, leaving us with no new news. This is happening due to the fact he has been on vacation as well, and the fact he's working on his own. Of course, making a new game on your own is going to be extremely hard for him, but to inform us would be useful for the community so we don't think he's gave up or the game's going to die too fast. Nelson has created a great game on his own for multi and single player, but when it comes to Unturned updates, they can become a very big mess. After the game is updated, which has slowly declined happening due to 4.0, there is often a 2-week panic area where something in the game is broken, leading Nelson to then backtrack on it. These problems are often server problems. The main one is when servers don't show up on the public page or in people's history. This usually means that players that want to play on their favourite servers can't, have to go on others, or just don't play Unturned as much. This can often lead to owners being pretty annoyed as popularity of their server decreases. A major update problem isn't due to Nelson though. In August 2017 there was a huge VAC ban wave, where Battle updated its cheat system to ban older hacks and very strange new ones that were harder to detect. It banned thousands of players luckily. A lot of them had cheated, but there was a major problem. Some of them hadn't cheated. Players include me, of course, as this is why I'm bringing up this point exactly. This wasn't Nelson's fault, but his reaction to it as he left it completely unattended for days probably brought down morale on the game. Banning a heavy chunk of your community leaves the servers completely blank, also leaving players not to come back to the game once unbanned, as they have a bad experience with it. Another update problem is Nelson working on 4.0. As he is, there's less updates coming to the game, and the ones that are made in a rush and extremely sloppy, leaving area for more bugs. In conclusion, I really do enjoy time in Unturned, but that was mostly a while ago. I have over 1,100 hours in this game, and once you get around 500 hours, you notice repetition through the game. It's pretty much a grind. In PvP servers, it's usually a grind to either die and lose everything, or to get one decent raid and then die and lose everything. The only sustainable thing in this game really is the YouTube roleplay community, as they can have fun by posting daily-ish skits. If you want to know more on this topic, watch a video called The Unturned YouTuber Experience. It's by Zombie. I'll link it in the description. If I'm honest, I advise you not to download this game. It's a good game, but it's a trap. It's much better to download or buy at least Rust for about 27 quid. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Join my Discord, link in the description. Goodbye.